Hi guys, Elizabeth Andrews. Welcome to this easy play class. We're going to focus on core. These classes are designed to kind of down-regulate your system from the week, from the day, so that you can chill a little bit before bedtime or to begin your day. But these are designed with less intensity in mind. We're going to be focusing on the core. We're still working, and I'm checking those movement health boxes because I cannot not do that, but with a little bit more of a chill vibe. We're going to be doing some rolling patterns. So there is a learning curve to this, and it looks super easy, but it's actually very hard, especially when you've developed these strategies for stability that don't work well with the system. We're going to start lying on our back. So I want you to watch me first before you get in this position and you can't see me as you're rolling around. You're going to be extended in your back, and the whole goal, we're going to divide you into twos, is to get the upper body to roll without using your low body. So I'm really trying to see what strategies you've developed. I know the strategies that I've developed, and I've developed quite a bunch of cheating mechanisms, but I want you to play with this, and it's kind of fun, and it's also restful. So watch me first. Come all the way onto your back. Once again, these play classes, you need some space. You're going to be rolling to the right, you're going to be rolling to the left, and we're going to do some yummy stretches, some of my favorite. So go ahead and lie on your back with your arms extended. Make sure you have the room. Now, the premise here, this arm closest to the camera, I'm going to lift and I'm going to reach across my body to the other side of the floor without assisting it using my body to roll. I want my arm and this part to do the movement and the drive of the roll. So everything else stays relaxed. So shake yourself out a little bit. This arm closest to the camera, I'm going to reach across, I'm going to look at my hand, I'm lifting my head, I'm going to reach, keep lifting, reach, and then flop over onto your belly. Right? Looks simple. Now we're going to go back the way we came. So I'm going to lift that same arm. Now I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to reach. Try not to use your butt. That's one of my strategies. Keep reaching, watch it, and then roll back onto your back. What does this look like? If you've had children or you remember your babies, this is how they roll. They don't run through when they're rolling over. They're very floppy, but they've got amazing stability in their system. Let's try the other side. So I'm going to come towards camera. I'm going to lift that arm. And now I'm going to reach as far as I can, and then I'm going to lift my head, and I'm going to reach like a baby grabs, reach, and it's going to pull me all the way over onto my belly. Rest here. And now we're going to lift that hand the way I came. I'm going to look at it. Look. I'm trying not to use my left glute, but it's really trying to get in there. Help. Keep reaching, keep looking, and it flops me over. So that's your upper body. Let's try the lower body. Leg closest to camera. Same thing, same premise. I'm going to lift it. I'm going to reach, and then roll over. You're going to go back the way you came. You're going to lift that glute. You lift and you reach. Roll back onto your back without using your upper body. And mine tried to cheat, so I want you to be mindful of that. You'll find which up or low is easier for you to use. Lift the leg coming towards camera now. I'm going to reach towards camera. Reach, let the load roll me over. I want you to relax your upper body, relax your head. You're going to go back the way you came, so you extend the glute, you lift and you reach, keep the head relaxed, roll back onto your back. So that's the rolling pattern. Now let's add on to some yummy stretch. We're going to go with the upper body first. You're going to reach, then I'm going to lift the head. I'm watching my hand. Keep reaching. Try not to use your legs to push. Trying to separate the two. On your belly. Now pull your arms in to lift. Round through your back. Press your hips towards your heels and bring your elbows in towards your knees. And stay here for a minute. So I call this my turtle. Oftentimes, it's very hard to isolate the lumbar spine into flexion. When you're in movement classes and you get into cat-cow, most of the movement happens in the middle part of your spine. So with these 5 vertebrae, your lumbar, that's what we're focusing on, and you're using the upper body. So press your forearms into the floor, grab the floor, pull your elbows in towards your knees, and now begin, the head is just relaxed. Now I want you to begin to push your hips towards your heels and pull your belly button in. Try to round over I want you to pretend like you got a little ping pong ball here and you're trying to grab it so it's in the work of the anterior side that will create the flexion of the lumbar spine. So press into the floor, push your hips, and now squeeze that ping pong ball. And chin comes into chest. Stay here, breathe. And hold this. You may be cramping in that interior side, but again, we're focusing right here, trying to create flexion into that. And then relax that, look up, keeping the neck long so we're not cranking it. We're still keeping up, push the ground away. And now walk up, curl your toes under, and then make your arms wide. Let's go into a modified puppy pose. Hips are over knees. Press your clavicle, your sternum to the ground, grabbing the floor. Arms are strong. Again, we're not passive in this position. And then take an inhale. Pull your shoulder blades down towards your butt as you press your nipple line towards the floor. And then come out of that, slither back onto your belly. Right arm reaches, look for it, look for it, look for it, let it hop you over. Opposite arm coming to the camera, reach, let it bring you over. Pull back, round, slither back into that turtle position. Push into it, round. See if you can get a little more flexion, and it's super subtle. You won't see like a rainbow happening in that position, but do use the leverage of your upper arms. You push in, and then you press away. And then come out of that, look up, extend, pull your chest apart, and then come up to all fours, toes curled under, go wider than your shoulders, keep your hips over your knees, and then press in, modified puppy pose. Press your armpits towards the floor. Couple of breaths here. Come back up and slither back down to your belly. That outside arm is going to reach. You're going to follow it. Roll back onto your back. Let's go low body this time. One more each side. Lift, reach, flop over onto your belly. Pull up, round up as you press back into that turtle. Round in. Can you get a little more opening by pulling into that ping pong ball? Can you hold the ping pong ball? Now press your shins into the floor to get more opening here. Come up, curl your toes under, go wide with your hands, wider than shoulder. Press armpits towards the floor, nipple line towards the floor. Grab with your fingers, breathe here. Maybe you can get a little more depth this time. And then slowly slide onto your belly. Hands extend, head rested. That same leg reaches to pull you over. Flop on your back. Last time. Lift that leg. Let it roll you over. Relax onto your belly. Come up, slide your elbows. Push the ground away and continue to press back into that turtle. Push into the ground, breathe. So again, focus right here, low back, breathe. Stay here. You stay here as long as you want. I love this position. I'm more biased to extension, so I really have to practice flexion of that lumbar spine. Maybe you do too, so stay here as long as you want. Press the top of your feet, your shins into the ground. Use your arms as leverage to compress in the front as much as you can to allow opening into the low back. Come out of that, come up into all fours. Toes curled under, go wide with your hands. Hips over knees, and then press your clavicle towards the ground. Upper arms Armpits towards the ground. Breathe here. Pull your shoulder blades down. And then slither out of that. Back onto your belly. Leg closest to the camera reaches and extends into that hip. Reach over, roll back onto your back. Stay here. And I want you to just breathe easily, nice and heavy into the floor. And you can repeat that. Stay where you are. You can repeat that, those rolling patterns. You can do parts of those rolling patterns. Rolling is something that we started developmentally in our movement, and it's really important for us to help create stability and sequencing in the system. And it's very calming and relaxing. So maybe you just practice rolling, but bring in that turtle stretch into some of your movements to get into that lumbar spine, because oftentimes, like I mentioned in the beginning, the flexion will happen in the middle of your back and your lumbar just kind of stays put. I hope you enjoyed this easy play class with core specific in mind, and you have a